Hello and welcome back, and into the second map we dive. It's the pistol round for Eyeballers versus 9. On the second map, it's going to be Vertigo. Here's the ESL Challenger League Season 46 Europe lower bracket playoffs, and JW going to be looking to start off wisely, still behind the concrete sacks at the moment. Going to get burnt alive. He dives on out, but only to his own demise. The rest of the team is going to be pushing on up, but Molly's going to be going out, and Shine's going to have to back off. Looks like a decent execution and play here from the likes of 9. KEiiiii with the bomb getting planted, Heap shooting and spraying his Julius as fast as he can, but not connecting with enough. It's going to be a hard retake situation here, especially with no defuse kits on any of the players on Eyeballers, but the first kill comes through. Heap, he had a fantastic 180 last game. I want to see some more tasty shots from him in this one. 80's going to be up close and personal. They found him, and they're going to be absolutely obliterating the opposition. 9, they're crumpling. K's going to be the last one left alive. The bomb isn't easily planted for him. He has to peek around the corner, but his pistols, it's not going to happen. He's going to have to run, and, well, that is the round.
I feel like we just need to take that round of your casting and put it to Eminem's Rap God track. I think that would work. Because, like, from the moment you started speaking, I think you took, like, 3 breaths throughout the entirety of that round. Well done, you.
We, well, if we're on camera, you would have seen me, like, taking in a lot of air.
And this, of course, makes an interesting breakaway from what we saw on the first map. No, 9 didn't win the round, but they did get the bomb planted, which they haven't been able to do yet tonight. So this is good. They've got a little bit of cash to work with. Yeah, it's broken across the board. There's a Tech 9 in amongst the shenanigans there, and the Mac 10 has almost already been deleted.
Oh, no. All right, absolutely deleted, as you were saying. Heap with the nade. Oh, that's going to heap on the damage as well. Not quite as much as I thought, but still. Damage done. Headshot. He's going to land on Heap. That's all. It's going to be making it work. A double kill is huge, but JW gets deleted. K and Goofy, last 2 left alive. But push from peppzorlul. These players, they're just playing hyper aggressive here, Sam. Goofy, he's going to laugh it off. Managed to find a kill there, but now going to be down to a 1v2. Situation is not his right now. Sapek's going to be sitting behind that wooden wall. Shine peeking for some information, not gathering anything so far. Goofy going to be creeping along here. Is he going to have the reaction time for the play on his right? No.
That one goes at least a little bit closer. 9 doing a little bit of damage there. And that could work out in their favor, but money is going to be a little bit of an issue in this one. Hopefully they'll be able to get a little bit of damage done in this round as well. Of course, ideal situation here. Get a couple of kills, get some upgraded weapons, and hopefully try to snowball off of that. Gonna have to be quite clean. Eyeballers still able to force through a bye here. But of course, either team losing this round will put them in a tight spot.
JW right off the bat is going to have a shocking moment there as K pushes on rounds, but only to drop a few seconds later. Starback going to be taking care of business here. Carla doesn't stand a chance. Heap with the MP9 gets deleted. It's at least a slight upgrade here. 3v3, but peppzorlul with the MP9 should also be able to find a couple of kills here. The Deagle and Hades. It's going to be difficult to make this work out. Oh, it has been spotted as well. Right, last player left alive is Hades, but not for long. Plenty of money here for the side of Eyeball. 6 kills for peppzorlul right now.
Now, this is not a great start for 9, particularly not on their own map pick. Can feel their hopes and dreams here in ECL slowly slipping away from them. I think that's going to be definitely one of those mental boom moments. But despite my initial bad calculations in the previous round, both teams still able to get a buyout into this one. So at least they do have some opportunity here to bring it back. Round 4, momentum shift.
Oh, Goofy misses the first initial kill, but is able to follow it up. JW does upgrade to the A4. Oh my god, Goofy. There was a huge chance there that he was going to end up getting slapped. But he is able to survive, which is good. Pushing on through, though. Oh my god, he wins the duel, but 7 HP. Heap is waiting on the other side of this box, near mid. Waiting for a chance to snuff this light out. We slow down. 9. They've got the player advantage, Sam, and they need to keep it. Because not taking this 4th round, that would just be terrifying. They've done a lot of damage to the economy of eyeballers, which you kind of commented on before. Eyeballers can definitely buy next round. They can force into it if they wish, if they lose this round, but it's going to be difficult. Talking of which, Sapek finds that spray a little bit hard, and Hades finds the betterment of him. Eyeballers at this point would be better off potentially going for the save, but I don't know if that's in their rulebook.
And considering that 3 of 9's players, you could just sneeze on them.
Indeed, there we go. Will Shine's going to be down. Heap going to be peeking on through. His spot is now known. He has to run, but there's not really anywhere he can go. The play is going to be coming from left, right, and center, so he knows. Go for the aggressive play, going for some kills. When the flash comes out, he finds the kill, although blind. But that's about it for his journey.
That's rough. That's really rough. I mean, even though it's 5v2, given how low 3 of the players are, but 9 play that really well. They make sure that those 3 players aren't the ones playing contact, aren't the ones frontlining. So yes, they do lose 1 player in the scuffle there, but they managed to keep the rest of their players alive and finally net themselves around on the board here. It's taken a little bit of time. We're starting to see results, and in just the nick of time as well, as now eyeballers find themselves down onto an eco. Yes, they could have forced up a little bit more heavily had they wanted to, but I think this is the right decision.
Same. Play a little bit smart, not fast and loose, rebuild that economy. There's still a lot that they can do with these pistols. Even if they just get 1 or 2 kills, they're going to be keeping the economy at bay for 9. It really has to be the aim of the game here for this round. Try and nerf the build up from 9, which can definitely start to build momentum. As soon as it does that, it's going to be difficult to try and tame. Kill's going to be coming out now. Rock with the first one. Go for the second one. Goofy, though, on towards Heap in the CT spawn. Looking like a fairly clean round for them. Shine gets dropped alongside that JW player there. And, well, that's it. Second round on the board, and it's looking a little bit more competitive than Mirage was. But we're still very early in the game.
Yeah, definitely looking like 9 have stepped it up a little bit. Definitely looking a little bit more in control than they were on the previous map. And again, I mean, it's really interesting to me because 9 often ban out Inferno. They looked a little lost on Mirage. I mean, this is like the 2 of the Holy Trinity maps, right? And it's really interesting to note that it feels like they're maps they're not terribly comfortable on. But you bring it on to Vertigo, a map which is incredibly mechanically taxing, and they're doing so much better.
Right, now Rock going to be popping off here. Goofy's dropped to the wayside. The coach steps in. Takes the burden upon his shoulders. He's able to make it up onto this spot at the moment without being seen with JW. Maybe we'll be able to find him soon. Or it's going to be holding his position. Kyla cleaning up around at the moment. Cleaning around the angles. K, meanwhile, being a perfect distraction over towards Ram, is actually even going to be able to find a kill. JW is going to be the first one in the action over towards the B side. Meanwhile, Shine takes care of business. Gets a kill. Now he's going to have to rotate fast. You know what? 9, they know that there's only really 1 player that would be going to be up close and personal potentially here for them against this site, so they can set up. JW is waiting patiently. Because this smoke has faded, he's going to be in an angle they won't suspect, but there's still 2 of them. The nade going to be ending the life of 1, maybe. No, it's actually the coach who's going to go huge, Sam. Picks up 4 kills.
And that's what you want to see, right? I mean, we spoke about him being a potential kind of handicap, I suppose. And he's really come alive on this map so far. That was a really solid round from him as well. From the initial trade, following it up into the second kill, pushing in towards site, getting those next couple of kills as well. Really starting to dominate a little bit more on the map here. And they have eyeballers on the ropes. Winning this round will put them in a lead for the first time in the entire series. And Goofy will kick it off with the first kill.
Oh, the nades coming through. Lots of damage. 9 is just doing really well. JW with the kill. I don't really see how he's going to be able to convert that over unless he does something absolutely nuts. It's not to be. Okay. We see a switch. 9, they've got the lead, Sam. Economy is built. K is the only one with sub 6K at the moment, and that says a lot.
This is a good opportunity for eyeballers to turn it around, though. Weaponry in their hands. Decent little bit of util here. 1 defuse kit. So Sapek gonna have to try to stay alive as long as possible.
Oh, well. Pretty good setup here from eyeballers. The 2-3 standard, but they're playing a little bit more aggressive here. Over towards B. It's going to be meeting head-on with one of them momentarily. Is he going to be able to beat Heap, though, who's just hiding around this corner? Are they going to expect it? They may well have been, but they weren't able to win that fight. Now Peppz is going to be backing up his teammate as well perfectly, and Heap's going to be able to peek, but peeked with a smoke out. He's only just going to be able to escape with his life there, to be honest. Decent nade, but actually only to his own demise and his teammates. And all of a sudden, we're left with Goofy to try and pick up the pieces. Cast the Curse coming in strong. Our producer was wanting a 2-0. I don't think we're going to get that, though, because 9 are looking fairly tasty, even with this round not going in their favor.
This is what I was afraid of, though, right? Eyeballers get guns back in their hands. That is a decisive round from them. Incredibly clean. Very few mistakes made there. And the 1 or 2 that maybe crept out of the woodwork very quickly covered up and accounted for. Now, economy is not a huge issue here for 9. They can afford to lose another round, but they don't want to. They want to get that lead back. They want to start getting into a more comfortable position.
I know this is a little bit out there, but unless 9 win the rest of these rounds, I'm going to be putting the ballpark in eyeballers to be able to win this. Like, just right off the bat, I know it's like a big swing. Like, just a massive risk of a guess on the prediction on this, but I think eyeballers are going to do so well on their T side. They're an aggressive facing team, even on their C side, and I think they're going to be able to take 9. But let's see if I'm right or wrong. Sapek doing well here, shutting down KEiiiii as he tried to creep along near construction. KEiiiii and co. now have to try and reconfigure how they take on this map.
This is slowed down to an almost standstill here. 9 do not want to give away any information unnecessarily. Oh, that's beautiful. The patience there from KEiiiii. It's a great way to even it out.
Even it out. Without taking advantage. But Goofy falls and Heap. He stays alive. Shuts down KEiiiii. And now it's a 2v3. Narok pushing in. He's come alive. He's in his element now. He heard me trash talking him, and he was like, all right, catch me outside. Heap is still alive, though. He is going to be a massive pain in the ass for 9. 14 seconds left. The clock is ticking. They have to deal with him. The flame on the other side of this, it doesn't quite hit, and from behind, Sapek takes care of KEiiiii. Now not left in a difficult situation. He falls, but what a round from him. Well, actually, what a map from him so far. He's been doing very well.
What a great round, honestly, across the board. 9 lose a player and they stall out and they get patient and they wait and they hold angles. They know eyeballers are likely going to get itchy, and it's a great way to get a nice little level playing field pick. But then unfortunately, that's when they start to get a little overconfident, and instantly eyeballers will get 2 back. And it goes so back and forth, and then it's eyeballers who are playing incredibly patiently, slowing it down massively, waiting for that util to come out, inching back into position to secure themselves that round. That one really could have gone either way. Both teams played that so well, but ultimately it's eyeballers who get the advantage, and they close it out. And 9, who were looking to take a lead again. I mentioned it when we were sitting at 4-3. That was the very first time 9 have had a lead. Well, apart from winning the pistol in our very first map. That was one of the first times that they'd actually managed to give themselves a lead into this, and eyeballers snatched it away from right under their noses.
they're going for the blind spray. It's going to tag Shine all the way down to 14 HP. Shine's going to still, you know, sit around, play a little bit aggressive. Now looking to back off. Back is going to get a chance to shine. It's going to be able to find 2 kills back to back. Absolutely beautiful. It's going to be shutting down Nine's aggressive push up ramp. Hades, last one left alive in that situation, getting naded and, well, eventually found for Sabak, who gets up 3 kills. Shine, low HP, in the perfect position to counter Goofy, who's made himself known, but Goofy's here. He's alive, finds 2 kills. That's going to be the site open for them to potentially take. But the bomb, they do not have it, Sam. Sabak has spotted it. Hold this angle now. It's going to be playing a little bit more passive. Kayla's going to be able to pick it up and look to back off, but he's caught off guard and he still wins the fight. Now we can go for the rotation and go for the plant. Push plant's going to be difficult. There is 2 kits. JW, here's those footsteps and those Goofy is around. Plant goes down. JW might catch him in the crosshairs, and that's exactly what happens. 1v2, peppzorlul holding the cross on this situation, but it's going to be the pistol from JW. One tap, that's going to be 6-4 in favor of Eyeballers.
Sapik is so cheeky with it. That push in towards ramp, catching one of the players with utility in their hands, gets the second follow-up just on the outside of the smoke, hides behind sandbags, gets a 3rd kill. It's so cheeky. His positioning and how he's just not afraid to re-peek himself. And eventually his reign of terror is put down, but not before he's able to get 3 kills and give his team a massive advantage in the round. And then, of course, JW will do a little bit of cleanup, call in the cleaning crew. And now it's 9 again on a force. Losing this round could be devastating.
Heap and Co going to be going up against the barrage of players here in a couple of moments. If they're not careful, it seems like there's going to be a lot of attention over towards this B site. peppzorlul could be the first one to act, peeking on in. But thinks better of it. It's a sign that it may not be his day. Actually, 9, they have fallen back. Over towards the ramp they go, not with the Mag-10. Honestly, it might actually have been better to fit him out off with the rifle, which is the opposite of what I was saying on Mirage, but he's been popping off. Nade goes down. It's going to allow them to peek in, see a whole load of players, but it's going to be Hades picking it up too. Lines them up, knocks them down. JW, AWP, chucking in that nade doesn't quite work out though. It's going to be Mag-10 from Narok, going to be able to find that kill. Smokes off the cross, but it's not going to be quite the one. It works, never mind. The running and gunning hero here. Playing this game for the Call of Duty mindset. Running and gunning, and now Heap left in a 1v4. Trying to return this to their favor is going to be incredibly difficult. Not impossible, just implausible. Hades chucks out a nade. That's going to do a lot of damage, but more to him. Now he's got players creeping around. He's not sure exactly where the others are. Saying that there's going to be a player behind him, and he is. But it was actually from the site.
At least they do manage to get a few kills under their belt, but a really good round here from 9. As it turns out, Mag-10 go burr. I didn't think that he'd be able to get that much done in that round with a freaking Mag-10, but sure, why not? Run and gun, hold M1, and there you go. You've won yourself the round. And all of the unkind things that we may have said about Narod coming into this, he's put us in our place.
Indeed. Well, Goofy, who's been doing so well, and well, now Nora shut down. This is the final round this half. 5 rounds for 9. It's not the end of the world, but honestly, I think they needed more. Hoping for 8 rounds on the board for them. But it's not to be. Eyeballers just proven too versatile on this map. 6 rounds already. This is not their map pick. They've already won Mirage. Now we go forward. Kyla's last one left alive, a 1v5. An impossible situation to be in. Can he pull himself out of it? Spots out the arm of the player Heat, but unless he goes on an absolute rampage now, it doesn't matter. And he accidentally flashes himself. That is unfortunate. The nerves potentially getting to him. There's going to be a build-up of players. An early use of that nade as well may have just gone to, well, waste. This player going in for the backstab as well. It's going to be Sarpek. As soon as he takes any kind of liquid damage here, they're going to be able to just collapse in on him. Shine going to be the first one facing off against them. He loses that fight. JW follows through. He needs to get a reload in whilst he can, but instead he gets the second kill. It's going to be on peppzorlul. He's lowering them down. The third kill, rather. Goes in for the fade tap. Snapback coming in from behind. Kind of like trying to bait in the player here, but it's 20 seconds left on the clock. You have to find a kill on one of these players, but it's not meant to be. First half going in the favor of Eyeballers by 2 rounds. We're going to go into the second half with Eyeballers in, well, the best position to win.
The game's live. The game's live. 7-5 here. A slightly better scoreline than what we saw on the previous map, but Eyeball is still very much in control here. 9. Uphill battle ahead of them here on the CT side.
Yeah, we've been back and forth on who's going to be able to take advantage. And HEiiii's going to be coming through with the duel. He's looking to go full cowboy here. Going to be able to find a couple of kills here. It's going to be one now. Going for the second one, but going to be running out of bullets. A little bit tough. It's going to be Shine coming in with the kill of their own. Getting the trade off. Let's see if they're going to be able to trade it back. And there we go. Navrot coming in perfectly there with the USP kills. Maybe I was wrong. I was predicting that Eyeballs are going to be able to smash this through, but no. Not at all.
9 definitely showing that they've still got a bit of fight in them. A great way to kick off the second half. Get themselves that pistol round in their back pocket. And to be fair, they've been decent at CT side pistols. It was on Mirage as well, where they won that CT pistol, which gave them a couple rounds to play with. But Inevitably, it did eventually fall apart. They did deny the bomb plant, however, so that does put them in a very good position here for the rest of these rounds.
Indeed, good damage as well. Shine's going to be super low. Obviously, only on Glocks, but we've seen how much damage they can do. Talking of which, Hades got himself into a bit of a dumb position. Playing a little bit over eager. He's going to lose his life and also give the opposition a rifle. This is actually pretty dangerous. Sapek with that hero rifle could do a lot now. Navrot, though, going to be trying his best to mow them down. Heat gets dropped. The burst gun not going to be working here for the opposition, and Navrot and KEiiiii going to be finishing that round off fairly nicely. And having 3 kills with the MP9, perfect.
We even out the scoreline here. It's been a little while since we had an even score. Nice to see that 9 definitely have a little bit of fight in them. I was actually checking out the record between these two teams. So they've only played against each other once before, which was back in February. They played Vertigo, Mirage. They played the exact same maps, Mirage, Vertigo, and Overpass. It was Eyeballers with a 2-1 victory back then, although Eyeballers did lose Mirage at the time. They did walk away with the victory on Vertigo. So curious to see if they can replicate that. However, so far, 9 not looking to let that happen.
They don't want to go out like this. Well, JW going to be playing aggressive nades. Going to get popped. It allows him to see, but he's a little bit slow, and Hades is able to see him. Falls in his number. Now it's called in. There's only 2 players left on Eyeballers. peppzorlul and HeapSap. I don't see how they come back from this, and given that economy situation being $0 on every player, I mean, this is it on this one, and the following round could easily go the way of 9, so this could start to snowball. What peppzorlul? He gets 1. That's something, but not enough. An extra $300 in the bank.
Hey, $300 is $300.
They can buy it down to like 2K and carry on if they really wish.
Yeah, I think that's probably going to be, like, second best, right? Best thing for me would be to just kind of save. But there you go, second best. We are going to put a little bit of a spend into this one. Oh, 1 Tech 9. You can't rush with 1 Tech 9. That's disappointing, Eyeballers. Disappointing. And, of course, 9 not going to let too much happen with this sort of a janky pistol round.
Nah, and I mean, especially when they're going to get burnt alive, it's going to be just softening them up. We'll see these rifles cut through them. But JW, you know, P250, he's made some work with that before. Goofy, now going to be a whole world of trouble. He's going to run for the hills. He does not want to get bulldozed by those pistols, which can easily happen. The bomb goes down. Sprays in, but he's going to be overwhelmed. He has to be careful. Runs out of bullets. He's dropped, but the damage is done on Shine. Now, Shine JW left alone. All they want here is to try and do as much damage as possible. And, well, JW with the rifle. These are the kind of situations he's won in the past, but unfortunately, due to that position being fairly easily one-sidable from the site, doesn't go his way. Good attempts, good damage, but not going to be around.
Starting to get into last chance saloon territory here for Eyeballers. Nice little buy on board. AWP back in JW's hands. I had questions about the AWP, particularly back on Mirage on that T side. They didn't have a lot of money to work with, but he showed me what he's capable of with it. See if he can replicate that here, especially because there isn't a counter AWP on the board here. 9 not willing to make that investment when they do have a rifle, and if they lose the round, then puts them in a really tight spot. So rather stick with the weaponry that they do have available to them, but that's going to give JW a huge advantage.
From advantage, Heap starting out nicely, and well, you mentioned JW, and he starts off with a kill. Advantage suiting him fairly well. Goofy sitting above. Can't quite see where his shadows kind of sit in, but it doesn't matter. He still wins the fight. And kind of going to be holding on towards that mid position. JW and Shine, last 2 left alive. Rotation over towards A. Smoke lands to support over towards B. Now allows a rotation. KEiiiii is going to have this information for his team as well. KEiiiii with the counter molly going to be coming in, burning JW if he steps any closer. Now KEiiiii can just push aggressively, sees a player, sprays him down, and now has lost 1 left alive. But Shine, he only had 8 HP. And oh, he's dropped. AWP on the floor is picked up just in time. Hades asking for that gun.
There you go, right? Didn't buy it in the previous round. Didn't want to risk the spend. But if you can pick one up for absolutely $0, well, you're going to be absolutely smiling at that point. And, oh, we do have a little bit of a pause coming through here. I suspect it's a tech pause, but we'll update you in a moment. But this is going to be really important for eyeballers. They've just come out of a full proper buy round. It didn't go the way that they had wanted. They've still got cash to work with here, so they can still make something happen. But this is going to be one of their final opportunities to do so. Losing this round puts 9 on 11 rounds. It's 1 away from map point, and it takes us ever closer to overpass. And I mean, 9, it seems they did just enough on their T side to give them enough of a buffer to come into the second half and absolutely dominate on the CT side. And to be fair, I mean, they didn't really have much of a buffer, right? It was 7-5 in favor of eyeballers. 9 have won 5 rounds in a row, and eyeballers have yet to pick one up yet. This is going so heavily in 9's favor. I think eyeballers might be getting a little bit of whiplash.
Yeah. I felt confident with how eyeballs are playing, but maybe I just overestimated their ability to overcome 9's prowess on this map. It's difficult. Wondering who the... I mean, eyeballs have just been playing fairly evenly across the board for their squad. There's not really any member that has fallen short. It's the fact that 9 are just stepping up to the plate. And honestly, Navrat, like he is the main reason I feel that 9 are currently able to do as well as they are. He's had probably about 4 multi-kills. Maybe 5 with 2 or 3 of them being on this side. I'm feeling rather, well, doubtful of my original prediction. So we may well be seeing the third map here, Sam, of Overpass.
It's definitely a possibility, right? And like I said, these two teams have played this exact map pool previously. Eyeballers took the wins on Overpass and Vertigo. This was back when it was still MR15, and it was a 16-12 and a 16-13. And yeah, that last map of Mirage. I say last, I don't know the exact order they were played in, but I think Mirage was the first one. That one went 16-12 in favor of 9. So it's interesting that we're seeing a little bit of a flipping of the script here. And obviously roster changes have happened since then. I mean, this was quite a few months ago. So a lot has changed. New players have come onto the scene for both of these teams. And while 9 had a pretty poor performance in our first map, with this being their map pick, we can see why they wanted to have this one out on the board. They're performing incredibly well. They've looked seamless. Even Navrat, that we had a lot of question marks about in the previous map, has stepped up massively. I mean, even eyeballers, right? Across the board, they're all performing to a similar level, but 9 are just performing that much better.
Yep. Well, let's see if eyeballers can switch it around. They're on the T side on Vertigo. This is not their map pick. This was 9. Now Hades with an aggressive peek with the AWP. He has been spotted, potentially the third, but no, he is one hell of an aggressive player. Takes a swing, takes a shot, misses, and his teammate falls to the wayside. Now Navrat takes down JW, but the shot's been coming back and forth. Sapek takes down Hades. This pause is going to mean everything. Now Goofy's going to be left here to pick up the pieces with his teammate Kyla, who is a little bit further back. Over towards construction, Goofy goes, but it's going to be difficult. He's going to have teams, well, players coming in from every angle. Kyla doing a good job of helping him out, and they're going to be able to find multiple kills. It's 2v2. All of a sudden, it's a 1v2. Kyla finishes it off with his teammate Goofy coming in clutch.
Oh, man, if you're eyeballers, that's so upsetting. I mean, off the back of a tech pause, the momentum can be crippled so badly. And at the start of that round, I'm like, that's what's happened. Eyeballers have come through. They've taken on a super aggressive stance. They're rushing up ramp. They're taking kills. They're taking space. This is it. This is where they bring it back. And 9, no. Patience. Discipline. Beautiful angles being held. And they shut down eyeballers in their tracks.
how do they come back from this? This is looking like a 12th round on the board. So, are we looking at overtime or just straight to map 3? That's going to be the question that is answered in this round. Oh, there we go. The pistol's getting absolutely obliterated here. Kind of expected. Flashing towards mid. Allows the peak cut to come in from Goofy. Now Shine, unfortunately, is going to have his light snuffed out.
Map point for 9. 7 consecutive rounds. Eyeballers didn't even have this dominant of a first half. And you would think that 7 rounds would be enough. Would be able to push you through and help push you over the finish line. Unfortunately, things have not worked out that way. They do have a buy-in here. And again, we find ourselves in that do or die last chance scenario. Opening kill here could be the difference maker.
I'm gonna say your catchphrase.
Do or die?
Ah, last
Last chance saloon. Yeah. I'm trying not to because the fact that it's become my catchphrase, you know? Catchphrase?
Catphrase. There we go.
Yes.
All right. Catphrases aside, Eyeballers down to 3 players. Very low utility. They've got 2 mollies, a smoke, a flash, and a nade. Oh, and the headshot onto KEiiiii. 3v3. But Hades, he's here to slap back. He's got the AWP. They need to deal with him, but they're not going to. He finds a kill before they kill him, and he goes in for a second one. He's teaching JW a trick or 2. But Shine, last player left alive now. Once again, same as last round. He's got the bomb in his hand. No, there's a player up here as well, but he's going to have the disadvantage. They know where he's at. The spray comes through. Oh, he just gets past electric, but he's spotted again. He goes to the fight. In that situation, back off and live to fight another day, but he fails to accomplish that. So that's going to be a GG well played, and we are going to overpass Sam.
Last CS cast of the year. I wouldn't have it any other way. A 3-map banger series. All right, okay. The first map was a little bit one-sided.